everyone, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Olga Villaverde.
And I'm Montel Williams.
Refresh, renew, and rejuvenate. We've got a safe solution to sagging skin.
And there you go. And help for those with osteoarthritis.
Plus, we're celebrating a really important milestone, Montel. 10 years of Behind the Mystery and the woman, she's so special, who inspired it all.
And it all starts right now.
That's right. Let's face it, we all want to look and feel our best, and there are various options out there to achieve our goals. Today, we're learning more about an uplifting, innovative, and non-invasive way, which I like, to improve sagging skin. While facelifts are effective, they can also be costly and risky. Here to fill us in is Dr. Tabassum Mir, Manhattan-based cosmetic facial surgeon. Also with her, Daniel Lee, sales director from Hans Biomed. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Let's be honest, while facelifts have always been the go-to, I was reading here that you are all about cosmetic optimization.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Well, you know, facelifts used to be the go-to, and I do facelifts on people, but it used to be you wait till a certain age and you get the facelift done. What do you do when you start to see sagging at an earlier age? PDO threads are the answer for that. You can start at mild to moderate sagging at younger ages with no downtime.
And you've been doing it for several years now. Let's start with just who's a good candidate.
Anyone who's starting to see mild to moderate sagging, whether exactly all of us, whether it's a little bit of jowling, you're seeing nasolabial lines, maybe you've had a lot of filler and you're maxing out on the filler and you really want lift. That's a great candidate for PDO threads, and you're not ready for surgery, or maybe you've had a facelift and you need some tweaks, you know, a few years later.
I want to hear how it works, but Daniel, let me bring you in. The technology is called, and the science behind it, Mint PDO thread. Tell me more.
Yeah, so MINT is actually an acronym. It stands for minimally invasive non-surgical thread. PDO is also an acronym as well. It's polydioxanone, and it's an incredibly safe suture material that's been used in cardiac and orthopedic surgeries for a long time. So what makes MINT PDO unique than the other PDO brands? We have two patented technologies. One is a molded barb that's designed specifically to us, and also the other patent, we have a 360-degree helical design. So what all of that basically means is that the suture is very robust. What these sutures can do is when you go into an office and your tissue descends over time, it's going to basically replace and approximate the tissue in places that maybe 5 or 10 years it was before.
Love it. Okay,
Absolutely.
So we sent our cameras to your New York office, and walk me through the procedure.
These people are patients that wanted these PDO threads because they started to see skin sagging and they weren't ready for surgery, or they've had surgery. So they usually come in knowing what is sagging and what they want lifted, and we just designed that lift pattern together, as you'll see.
A few questions. How long does it take? How much downtime am I going to have after? Notice how I'm using the pronoun I.
Yes.
Okay. And am I going to have any scars after?
These are all great questions. Under an hour to take the procedure, to do the procedure, and no scarring. And this lasts up to a year. The threads dissolve over the course of the year.
Does it hurt?
No, not when you do it with me.
Okay, fantastic. I want to hear what your patients have to say, so let's take a listen.
Sure.
I had about 3 different areas, but the first time that Dr. Mir did the procedure on me is I wanted a neck lift. I closed my eyes, and I really it was painless. The only thing that I felt was a tiny bit of pressure at moments, but that's it, no pain, nothing. And Dr. Mir is very relaxed when she does it, very confident, so it makes you feel very secure. I feel the way I did when I was younger, and I look in the mirror and I feel like myself, and that is the best feeling in the world.
I was thinking about getting a facelift. I'm 55, and I knew that I wanted to do something. I knew there was a way that I wanted to look, and I felt like my face didn't look the way that I felt. I felt like it hadn't kept up with my personality and my energy. So spending time with Dr. Mir and learning about the PDO threads that Mint does, and I knew that that was what I wanted to do. The actual procedure was awesome. I would do it every single day for the rest of my life if I could.
Well, they sound completely satisfied. What about some long-term benefits?
You actually invest collagen back into your skin, so over time you have better skin lifting than if you've never done it before.
and it works several areas at once?
You can use this on any part of your face that needs lifting. So you can do brows, cheeks, chin, jowls, neck, which is why it's so cool, because people can come in and tell me where they want it lifted, and I can do it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So when gravity is going the way you don't want it to go, you lift, lift, lift.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Daniel,
Basically.
final thoughts?
As you know, not all threads are created equally. Our threads are robust, dual FDA cleared, clinically studied, safe, and under the hands of an amazing provider such as Dr. Mir, you will get fantastic results.
Well, I am going to go to her office very soon. Dr. Mir, for our viewers who'd like more information on you, where can they go?
My website is mirskin.com, and my Instagram is @Tabassum, and you can follow me there.
I can't wait to be with you. And Daniel, for our viewers who'd like more information, where can they go?
For us, our website is mintpdo.com, and you can follow us in our various social media channels @mintpdo.
I'm so excited. And for our viewers, and thank you both for being here, if you'd like more information, just go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Osteoarthritis is the most common form of arthritis and affects over 32 million adults in the United States. It is a progressive disease, and our knees are particularly vulnerable. Knee osteoarthritis can become a serious disability for many people. 72-year-old Jan has always loved staying active. Her passion for the sport of dog agility competitions has kept her fit for over 20 years.
Running an agility course with my dog is one of the best things I've ever done in my entire life. And every time that I take the start line with her, it is a blessing. My knee started to hurt in 2018. We were in Italy, we were cycling, and there wasn't a day where I didn't have knee pain. I continued to cycle, I continued to swim, I continued in every single one of my normal activities until it became just too much. I treated my pain by using naproxen, by using ice packs, and by resting. I stayed off my bike for a while thinking that that would, alleviate the problem. It did not. I probably had it for at least 3 months before I decided to see a doctor. I then saw my medical practitioner, who then recommended imaging. I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis in my right knee.
The Balancing Act met up with Dr. Eric Ferkel, an orthopedic surgeon who specializes in sports medicine and treating osteoarthritis of the knee.
Osteoarthritis of the knee is a degeneration condition in the knee caused by either trauma to the knee or from wear and tear type of changes that affects the cartilage, which is the soft cushioning in the knee. As that cushion begins to deteriorate over time, that can lead to increased friction, which can then lead to inflammation and pain in the knee. The most common risk factors for osteoarthritis of the knee are either trauma, where in the setting of perhaps a knee injury when you're younger, that can lead to changes in the cartilage that get worse over time, or there's more degenerative wear and tear changes from older age. Obesity or a sedentary lifestyle can also increase osteoarthritis in the knee. Additionally, inflammatory arthritis, such as rheumatoid arthritis, can lead to osteoarthritis in the knee. That's an inflammatory arthritic condition. Patients typically complain of pain in the knee. Patients may also describe when the weather changes, whether it's colder or rainy, they may notice their knee get more painful or stiff or swollen. In terms of the changes that affects their daily lives, patients who have knee arthritis tend to notice that they're having difficulty going up and down stairs, also getting up from a kneeling or a squatting position. Even being active, going for a walk, going for a hike can be challenging for patients. And this is a pretty big limiting thing for patients who are trying to be active, and to have osteoarthritis in the knee really limits their lifestyle. The goal to treat osteoarthritis in the knee is to reduce their pain, reduce their inflammation, and allow them to get back to the activities they enjoy doing.
Aging is not for the faint of heart, let me just put it that way. Because I now have a condition that I will look at and go, it's going to be worse in 3 years, it's going to be worse in 5 years, it's going to be worse in 10 years. It took me a long time to wrap my brain around that. And once Once I did, I decided that I wanted to do everything I could to minimize the pain in my knees.
Hey, Jan.
Hey, Dr. Ferkel, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good.
When a patient comes to my office with underlying knee pain as their chief complaint, we'll typically begin with a physical exam in the office, as well as x-rays to better understand the pathology that is leading to their knee pain. We'll then dive deeper into better understand what is causing all of these symptoms. If after clinical exam findings and x-rays confirm the underlying diagnosis of osteoarthritis of the knee, we'll then begin with a conservative pathway of treatment, such as diet, exercise, and weight loss, as well as non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, including both topical and oral anti-inflammatory usage, followed by physical therapy. If after several months of treating the patient conservatively, we'll consider more invasive measures such as a corticosteroid injection and possibly a hyaluronic acid viscosupplementation injection.
He looked at me and he said that we can give you injections. And I said, but I've already tried cortisone. He goes, no, hyaluronic acid.
A hyaluronic acid viscosupplementation injection is a gel-like injection that we put into the knee that acts as a lubricant and shock absorber in the knee joint. When a patient has failed conservative treatment options such as physical therapy, lifestyle modification, diet, exercise, and weight loss, I will recommend Euflexa as my hyaluronic acid of choice as an option for treating patients' knee osteoarthritis and reducing their pain and inflammation. Euflexa, 1% sodium hyaluronate, is used to relieve knee pain due to osteoarthritis. It is used for patients who do not get enough relief from simple pain medications such as acetaminophen or from exercise and physical therapy. Euflexa is only for injection into the knee performed by a doctor or other qualified healthcare professional.
Important safety information. Do not take this product if you have had any previous allergic reaction to Euflexa or hyaluronic products. You should not have Euflexa injected into the knee if you have a knee joint infection or skin diseases or infections around the injection site.
I have received 2 rounds of Euflexa. The first was in July of last year, and we spaced it out by 6 months, and I just had another round last month. I began experiencing relief from pain about 6 to 8 weeks after injection, until all of a sudden I realized I had no pain in my knee.
Euflexa has not been tested in pregnant women, women who are nursing, or in children less than 18 years of age. After you receive your Euflexa injection, you should avoid physical activities for 48 hours, such as jogging, tennis, heavy lifting, or standing on your feet for a long time, more than 1 hour at a time. The most common adverse events related to Euflexa injections were joint pain, back pain, limb pain, muscle pain, and joint swelling. Short-term pain and/or swelling of the injected joint may occur after injection of Euflexa. You are encouraged to report negative side effects of prescription drugs to the FDA. Visit www.fda.gov/MedWatch or call 1-800-FDA-1088. You may also contact Ferring Pharmaceuticals at 1-888-FERRING.
In my experience, the benefits of Euflexa injection are patient dependent. Typically, you'll see pain relief anywhere from right after the injection to anywhere to 4 to 6 weeks later. Some clinical studies suggest that the patient has pain relief for up to 6 months. However, I will occasionally see relief longer than that. So as an orthopedic surgeon, one of the joys I get at taking care of patients is giving them the ability to get back to doing the things they enjoy doing.
I'm glad that Dr. Ferkel introduced me to Euflexa. I now take the start line with my dog, overjoyed, and for that I'm very grateful.
To find a local doctor who can determine if Euflexa 1% sodium hyaluronate is right for you, go to findakneemd.com, and as always, you can go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
It's been a mainstay on the Balancing Act for a decade.
Today, a look back at the impact behind the mystery has had on all of us.
For the last 10 years, Behind the Mystery has featured over 100 rare diseases, partnering with industry and advocacy to amplify the voice of rare. And it all started with one woman's mission to help her daughter.
I can't believe we're celebrating 10 years of Behind the Mystery. We started the series because my daughter was really, really sick, and I was looking for a diagnosis. And I put all of her symptoms into Google, and I found the National Organization for Rare Disorders, and I saw that there were over 7,000 rare diseases that I knew nothing about. And so we created the Behind the Mystery series to help find what was wrong with my daughter, but also raise awareness about rare and genetic diseases. Watching these families fight for their children has been nothing short of inspiring.
Camden is worth everything to us. He is worth the fight every day, and he is worth every tear we shed in the beginning.
You cause a lot of pain for him to get those dressings fixed and done, but you have to cause that pain for him to heal and feel better in the long run.
It's very heartbreaking every day to feel that you're depriving your child from just having a normal life.
Behind the Mystery has given rare disease patients a platform. They have a community that they're able to help other people get diagnosed.
For patients that are newly diagnosed, there's a lot to learn. Be your own best advocate and get the right people on your team.
For me, it's really important to help the kids behind me. Maybe if we can stop it with the medicine before they progress, they won't have the same challenges that I do.
It's been a real honor to work with these physicians and foundations that are, their sole purpose is to help rare disease patients and their families.
We desperately need new medications and treatments for these children.
The aim is to provide services and treatments for unmet medical needs.
Supporting rare diseases actually means you're supporting everyone because it all has a great impact.
When you're helping cancer patients live longer and feel better, you don't need extrinsic motivation. It's inherent.
The rare disease community is proactive. They're resilient. They're real people. They're just like you and me. One day you wake up and you're sick and you don't know what's wrong with you. It can happen to anybody. Anybody could be rare.
It's been something that has really buoyed my hope in the human spirit, that there's something within all of us that can overcome even obstacles like FOP.
Really try to make sure that my disease isn't limiting me long term and cherishing every single moment, because we never know what any day is gonna bring. I've always said, you know, if there's options, there's hope.
Even though I was sick, I felt a little better, a little hopeful, because I finally found doctors who was taking me seriously and finally getting the care that I deserve.
I feel so blessed that we've been able to do Behind the Mystery for 10 years and to be able to give it a voice on national TV. We're really doing something important, and the people that are watching the show are appreciating it, and people are finding treatments, people are finding their disease, and people are finding community. And I think we're really blessed to be able to do it for 10 years.
It is so touching to see how one woman's passion turned into 10 years of inspiration and hope for the rare disease community.
Absolutely. And you can watch all the latest Behind the Mystery stories at thebalancingact.com/rare.
And here's to another 10 years.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today.
Remember to head to our Facebook page, like us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and visit thebalancingact.com to enter our latest sweepstake or giveaway.
You got to play to win. Be safe. Love that family of yours. We'll see you next time.